Hello everyone, my name is Evan Jacobs and welcome to another edition of Boxing Time TV. Sorry we were not here last week. Let's just get right to it. We have a good bout coming up on the 9th of July. Mark Magsayo, having beaten Gary Russell Jr., is taking on Rey Vargas. Magsayo's 26, Vargas is 31, Magsayo's 5'6", Vargas is 5'10". They're both featherweights, 126, 68 reach for Magsayo, 70 reach for Vargas, 24 wins, 0 losses for Magsayo, 35 wins, 0 losses for Vargas. Hence why it's probably even, things are pretty even for this bout. It's a 12-round bout, 3-minute rounds, 10-point must scoring system, no mandatory 8 count, 3 knockdown. 10-point must system, 3 knockdown rule waived. Let's just get right to it. I'm starting this off by saying I am kind of compromised. I flew in. I'm still not fully recovered from my flight. I still feel a little plugged up. So I apologize if I sound, kind of odd or I'm not as on it as I should be. And yeah, that is, that is it. I'm just making a note to myself. All right. And these guys are standing in the center ring. And I think we're going to see a pretty darn good fight. I think both of these guys hit hard. Both of these guys have been dropped. So, I think that bodes well for us. I was in North Carolina last week. I don't know if you've been following or if you care about my Boxing Time with Evan page on Instagram, but please follow that. That is updated every day. Sometimes on, at least story-wise, it's updated twice a day. Sometimes on fight night, I will update it more than once. And yeah, I'm just trying to hit it every day, and then I publishing more stuff. I'm putting more out. Getting a lot of stuff from press releases. Eastern Europe, England, and stuff like that. And hey, if you're listening to this and you do a promotion of any kind, or if someone's listening from PBC, because the only people I don't get stuff from is PBC and top rank, and I've emailed them, but yeah, it's just one of those things. So yeah, that's kind of just what I'm doing. Oh man, I was a little under the weather earlier in the week, but then I rested, took a lot of vitamins, and I made a comeback. It's just I really still feel plugged up from the trip that I took. So yeah, it's just one of those things. Right now, both guys kind of even-handed there. This is sort of a technical, brutal fight. Magsayo, trying to get the advantage, sort of coming forward. Vargas landing. Both these guys are very comparable records. So it should be interesting. As long as this goes, and both these guys have power, and both these guys have been dropped. So I think both these guys have fairly decent chins, and so it's going to be interesting seeing how things play out throughout this fight. All right. Okay. So then you have Vargas landing. So yeah, Magsayo's breathing heavy. Vargas is breathing heavy, and one judge gives it to Magsayo, one judge gives it to Vargas, and another judge gives it to Vargas. So Vargas ahead by 1 point as we go into the second round. Is this the kind of fight that we're going to be seeing? It remains to be seen, folks. And we have some upcoming bouts we're going to be doing here on Boxing Time TV. As you know, I like to do one of these a week. So there's Estrada Franco, Taylor Zepeda. Not sure when that's happening. That's Josh Taylor versus Zepeda. I don't know that really has a date yet. Adrian Broner's coming back versus Omar Figueroa. Danny Garcia versus Jose Benavidez. And Michael Conlon's returning versus Miguel Mariaga. So it should be very, very interesting. It should be very interesting. We're going to try to just get to all those fights. And now that I'm on summer break, maybe I can do more. Just like filling this thing with all the upcoming fights. And I don't know if anyone here saw the Artur Beterbiev fight versus Joe Smith. It was a little different if you want to see the simulation that we did here. But no less effective. And I got to tell you, Rey Vargas, just took 2 uppercuts, and Magsayo's countering him well. And fighting with a high guard is Magsayo, showing really good defense. And I'm telling you, these guys, as these rounds heat up, I think we're going to see it just sort of settle in to just being one of those kind of fights where it could be a fight in a phone book. And these guys right now are picking each other apart at long range, cracking each other at close range. We're in for a great fight already through the halfway point of the second round. Lots of punches being thrown here. Sorry, I'm moving some hard drives, just trying to organize something. All right, so yeah, cool. I'm probably going to need both of these. Leave them right here. So here, in a little bit, I kind of want to talk about these guys' records. Although I just got to get myself set up to be able to do so. Just going to organize these right now. All right. Okay. So we're going to go there. Okay, so we got that. Then we'll go into this. Get that sort of organized. All right, good first round. Let's start getting into that, it seems. Magsayo's breathing heavy. One judge has it even for him. Another judge has it even. I'm telling you, they cracked each other a lot. All 3 judges have it even. It's rare you see that on Boxing Time TV. And darn it, I didn't get to move the window to be able to tell you more about these fighters. So I'm just going to wait. I'm going to wait, and I'm going to be patient. Oh, and they are cracking each other, folks. Vargas and Magsayo. These guys are going for it, folks. This is looking like a miniature version of all right, so we got that. Okay. Okay. All right. So we got that. Getting that under control. Sorry, I've been away for a week, so I'm still trying to organize. Let's see if that's on there. I don't think that it is. And Vargas trying to do some work at long range. Magsayo too. Magsayo's down by a point. And I'm telling you, these guys are fighting, and some of these rounds are hard to score. They both have that style where they're in front of each other. They're kind of mirror images of each other. Vargas seems to have maybe just a slight edge. We'll see if Magsayo can sort of exploit that. He's trying to go to the body a little bit, trying to get his opponent to wilt. All right, so we got that, and then. Alright, so that's good. And then, okay. Alright. down there. All right. Okay, and they're saying that Magsayo is breathing heavy, Vargas is breathing heavy. One judge gives it to Magsayo, another judge gives it to Magsayo, and one judge giving it to Vargas. So this bout's evened up, and again, I didn't do that. Again, I didn't do that, folks. Darn it. Darn it, darn it, darn it. What is the matter with me? Okay, we go to bed. All right. Okay. Well, not a bad. Got to that, and telling you, we're seeing things happen here, folks. We are seeing things happen between these fighters, and it's a sight to behold, as Howard Cosell used to say. So, oh, look at that! Rey Vargas landing at long range, and right now, Vargas landing through Magsayo landing with the right hand. Right now, I think the story of the fight is Rey Vargas is just being busier, although Magsayo sort of evened it up in that last round. We'll just have to see if that's enough as this fight continues and goes down the stretch. All right, where's my... Oh, and look at that. Magsayo trying to land the right hands. Okay, here, let's see what these scores are. Okay. All right, so Rey Vargas taking that round on all the judges' scorecards. And hold on one sec, getting this set up so we can talk about the record of Magsayo. And then we will go into Vargas. So then, is Rey Vargas pulling ahead, folks? It's now 114, 117. Mark Magsayo coming out, lands the left hand. Does not want that to be the case. So this is it's coming down to crunch time, folks. Talking to myself. Haven't been in this room that much in a while, so it's nice to be back. Oh, look at Rey Vargas kind of does that, and Magsayo wants to have some get back. He knows he got out punched in that last round. Rey Vargas needed to make a statement, and he has. And now Magsayo, I mean, this is a really, really even fight. It's one of those fights that both guys are these guys are just made for each other. And looking at the record of Mark Magsayo, I think he has the better record. He's from the Philippines. His most recent victory, decision over Gary Russell Jr., had that bout with Julio Ceja, I want to say on the undercard of, it was on the undercard of the Manny Pacquiao Ugas fight, and he really kind of people got to see him. Victories over Pablo Cruz, Rigoberto Hermosillo, names that I don't really know, but mind you, my knowledge of the featherweight division is not that deep. Although I do know that a victory over Gary Russell Jr. is something to, be very, very happy about. So, we got to talk about him, and, this is something I haven't done all show. Once again, if you are enjoying what you're seeing, and thank you so much for watching Boxing Time TV. If you like what you're seeing, please like, comment, and follow. Please share these links with your family and friends. Please tell your family, just let people know. We're just trying to build this up. We're almost at 200 subscribers. We're knocking at the door of that. Going to be really happy when that happens. I want to get this to 200,000 subscribers. I'm just going to keep going. I enjoy doing this. It will always be free. And hopefully, I'm just going to keep up doing with the Boxing Time. We would have an Instagram if you could give that a follow. It's updated daily, and it's just fun content. I talk about the news in the world of boxing. Like I said, you're going to get a lot of press releases in the stories, and it's just a place. It's sort of a hub. And then I also promote these fights, these simulated fights. So yeah, it's real simple. It's free. There's no paywalls to speak of, and I don't know that there's ever going to be. I don't really see why there should be. But I understand why people do it, and they deserve to. Now they're saying that both of them are tired. Well, if these guys are tired, and Rey Vargas taking that round over Magsayo, one judge having it even, two of the judges giving it to Magsayo, we're going to look now at the record of Rey Vargas as we go into the sixth round. And Mark Magsayo now down by 5 points. Vargas comes out and lands to the stomach. Is Magsayo starting to wilt? Has Rey Vargas found the kryptonite? We will have to see. Vargas comes to us from Mexico, and and Magsayo landing with the right hand, Vargas landing with the right hand. And once again, the name that jumps out to me on the record of Rey Vargas is Tomoki Kameda, and then Azat Hovhannisyan, and then a victory over Ronnie Rios. That's a really good victory. Ronnie Rios is a good fighter. So in some ways, Rey Vargas has a better record. So it's actually not surprising that he would be doing so well. Christian Esquivel. So, it's although that victory over Gary Russell and the Ceja thing, oh wow, Vargas catches him with a left. I don't think Vargas realized how hurt Magsayo was, and now is Magsayo starting to wilt? Are these guys coming and are they finding a way? And you have Mark Magsayo trying to go to the body, Vargas going to the body. Wow, that's the first time I've seen Magsayo hurt, and Vargas doesn't seem like there's any let up in him. We'll see if he can sustain this. What a tremendous performance from both fighters. Oh! And Mark Magsayo turns it around on Rey Vargas and drops him. Wow! Look at that, folks. Rey Vargas thought that he had it. He was starting to come on, and look at this. Mark Magsayo drops Rey Vargas. Just when it looked like Mark Magsayo was starting to wilt, he was falling behind on the scorecards, he gets a knockdown in the sixth round that could very well tell the tale of his fight if it continues to be close and goes to a decision. Oh, and they are going for it. And you have Mark Magsayo literally punching himself back into this fight and drops Rey Vargas. So he's shown Vargas that he can hurt him and drop him. But Magsayo has only seen, we've only seen that Vargas can hurt him. So we'll have to see. And now Vargas has a bruised rib. Can Magsayo take advantage of that? All the judges giving that round to Mark Magsayo. Is Magsayo about to turn this around? He's only 2 points behind. This is now a 6-round fight. It's very, very close. What do these guys have left as we go into the final 6 rounds of this fight, or I should say the second half of this fight? Oh, and he's going to the body now. Oh, and Vargas fighting off the ropes. Both these guys sort of taking this round off. I really hope this doesn't end up being a slow fight. We need Magsayo and Vargas to continue up that pace. They both threw a lot of punches in the first half, so it makes sense that they would take some time off and get themselves together. Oh, and now Vargas gets him to the ropes. Oh, and they are kind of picking each other apart now. And I don't know. This is kind of an even round. I mean, maybe they'll give it to Magsayo being so active earlier. All right, now they're saying that Magsayo is obviously tired and has a bruised rib. Vargas is obviously tired and has a bruised rib. One judge giving it to... I've never seen this happen. One judge giving it 10-9, another judge 10-8 for Magsayo, another judge 10-8. So did Magsayo... It's even now, folks. Going into the 8th round, this is a very, very even contest. And these guys better, if they realize one of the other guys hurt, crack each other to the body. That's what I love doing this podcast. Boxing Time TV. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please share these links with your family and friends. Please tell your loved ones to watch this. This is just fun boxing talk. And, we thank you so much for tuning in. And, just give us a follow on Instagram. Boxing Time with Evan is the thing, is the handle there. And here it's Boxing Time TV on YouTube. Oh, and then you have Vargas taking those shots. He's landing hard on Magsayo. Oh, and Magsayo punching Vargas into the ropes, landing hard with the left hand and the right. This is Mark Magsayo's fight, but he's tired. These guys have thrown a lot of shots, and Vargas, has shown that he can hurt him, but Magsayo has dropped him. It seems like this is anybody's fight at this point. Whoever takes this over, whoever does more is going to win this fight. Whoever just puts out just a little bit more. Oh, and after that round, let's see who the judges give it to. They're saying that Vargas, Magsayo was tired and has a bruised rib. That was saying that Vargas obviously tired and has a broken rib. Magsayo seems to be taking this over, folks. He may not be doing too much more, but he's doing enough more. He's up by 1 point, and we come out and Rey Vargas going for broke here. He may know now. He may know that his rib's broken. He may only have a certain amount of time. He knows that he's hurt Magsayo, but Magsayo pulled it out of the fire, dropped him, and now Magsayo's really going for broke here. And this is what we love, folks. These kind of fights. This is why I wanted to do this fight, because I wanted people to, to see this. This is why we do these. Next up, like I said, I believe we're going to be doing Estrada Franco, and then after that's going to be Broner Figueroa, and then Garcia Benavidez, and then Colin Mariaga, and that can always change. I know I want to do Josh Taylor versus Jose Zapata. Oh, I'm sorry, Josu Zapata, or I'm sorry, Josue Zapata. I knew I was saying something wrong. Either way, folks, we are seeing some great action here, and Mark Magsayo seems to now be trying to move a little bit because he makes sense that Rey Vargas is compromised. They're both compromised. They both have bruised ribs. They both hurt each other, and this right now is a close fight, but it's one that Mark Magsayo has turned around. It looked like it was going into Rey Vargas's favor, and Mark Magsayo just dropped him, hurt him, and is very much a factor in this fight. And now Magsayo's trying to land shots. Oh, and Vargas fighting off the ropes. Does he sense something? That's the thing, is that Magsayo seems to only want to be putting he seems to only want to be putting out a certain amount. Only seems like he has a certain amount to be able to put out, and that could that has gotten him ahead. But he's got to be careful. He can't rest on his laurels. Oh, and going to the body. Oh, and lands a left hand, stuffs it in the face of Rey Vargas. Wow. Oh, and that's the end of that round, and we'll see what the judges say. And now they're saying that they both have broken ribs. 10-9, 10-10. So even on there. So Magsayo is now up by 6 points, folks. They both have broken ribs. This could be stopped at any point by the judges. It's anyone's fight. Even though Rey Vargas is down a little bit, Magsayo, does he have enough to do it? Can he pull this out? Does Rey Vargas have enough to pull this out? We're gonna have to see. Is Rey Vargas overextending himself? Folks, we're just going to have to wait and find out. Oh, and Magsayo's trying to make a statement. He does not want to let Vargas back into this fight, landing hard on him. And Vargas is tough. He goes to Vargas's body. Is that going to be enough? Is he taking too many chances? Magsayo seems to know that he needs to. He seems to know that, look, even though he's a champion, he cannot rest on his boxing laurels. And look at this. And he wobbles Rey Vargas and hits him with a left and punches him into the ropes. Are they going to stop this? Folks, this is anybody's fight. This is anybody's fight right now. And Rey Vargas kind of taking shots. And Magsayo went for it too much, and Vargas landed and cracked him. Did Vargas pull it out? Oh my gosh! And it looks like he did. Rey Vargas, summons it and does it and knocks out Magsayo, folks. This is why Boxing Time TV, this is why this boxing games here at Championship Boxing is the best game ever. Look at Rey Vargas, folks. He was down on all the scorecards. It looked like Magsayo. All he needed to do was keep sort of pecking and going. But I warned you. I said, is Magsayo taking unnecessary risks? And it looked like he was, because he ended up getting knocked out by Rey Vargas in the 10th round. Magsayo was knocked down one time and has a broken rib. Vargas was knocked down one time and has a broken rib. What are the scores? Even on one judge's scorecards. 87-85 for Magsayo, 88-86 for Magsayo, but Rey Vargas erased all that. Boxing Time TV. Wow. Folks, thank you so much for tuning in. If you like what you've seen, please like, comment, and subscribe. Please share these links with your family and friends. Give us a follow on Instagram, Boxing Time with Evan. Just please keep tuning in. And our motto here at Boxing Time TV is, why wait? Watch it now, then watch the real thing when it airs and compared. Wow. Folks, I'm beside myself. This is one of the best fights that we've ever done. What a great way to kick off the summer.